What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Tangent Podcast, episode 192 for the week of November 12th, 2018. I'm your host, Brian Thomas, alongside the Beacon of Light, Anthony Salvatore.
Hello.
And returning, the bootless wonder, Gary Hines.
Uh-huh.
We got God Mike back there, Steven Sell.
Hi, hello. That was weird.
That was a high and a low.
That was a high and a low.
Yeah.
And we're the podcast for the site pixelatedpoints.com, where we talk about the games that we've been playing during the week in a little segment we like to call Under Your Thumb. But first, we're actually going to do the drunken news first, because I like to take a page out of Justin's book.
He's already
because
drunk.
I'm a little drunk, and I think Justin's an innovator. So here we go. First piece of news that we have comes from pushsquare.com from Robert Ramsey over there. Hey, Steve, so I'm shooting, I'm flying. I didn't give the Twitter handles. Do me a solid. Click it,
Housekeeping items.
Housekeeping items. Follow us on Twitter, all that jazz. Anyways,
Are we
back
doing
to
this actually in reverse?
Oh,
yeah, we're gonna do this,
End the show right now?
and we'll catch you guys next week on
That was a great
the
episode.
Tangent.
I loved it.
so
My
Talked
favorite.
about a lot.
That might have been the best episode yet.
All right, so first piece of news that we have is from Robert Ramsey over at pushsquare.com. Square Enix reports a huge $33 million loss thanks to Luminous Productions change. So things aren't exactly smooth over at Square Enix these days, especially on the Japanese side of things. The company reported $33 lost.
Yeah, that's
$1
not
million.
bad. That's not
I
bad.
know.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's
That's a hit to me.
I don't know how they're going to recover from that.
In a financial briefing, according to Games Industries, the huge loss has been attributed to Luminous Productions, an in-house studio that was established earlier this year, headed by and founded by Final Fantasy 15 director. Wow, I
You
don't
don't
know.
do the news for a couple weeks, you lose the ability.
Hey, I've been gone for a long time.
Italy, really? That's
Italy,
jet
really.
lag, really, yeah.
Yeah, so Hajime
Lead us in sales. That's what it's all about.
Bada.
Do I need to take over the news, Brian? You know what I...
Maybe you
I can
need
bring-
to lead US into the news.
Zing.
So, yeah, I don't know. Also, didn't Final Fantasy 15 just lose their director?
Yeah.
No, this is different though, because they lost their director and
It's
this
equated
guy.
to, actually, I don't know if that one listed the, so yeah, they didn't finish the DLC.
They canceled the DLC.
Well, they're getting one, but it's not finished. Like, they're like, we'll give you one, because we still we owe you guys something. And then, like, yeah, he just, like, up and left, no reason why.
Is this the same guy or is it a different cat?
Different guy, I think. I don't know if he ran, actually.
So, two people are leaving Square Enix. Or fucking over Square Enix.
The company hasn't done shit in 10 years anyway.
Well, hey,
15
Kingdom Hearts.
did well.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out in January.
That's
You
true.
shut your whore mouth.
Doesn't look like, I mean, the
Hey,
company's...
$32 million loss. You gotta
Shut
make
up over there. It's a $33 loss, Steve.
Yeah.
Ant,
What
whatever
year?
the hell your name is.
Wow, thank
So
you.
you're really-
Yeah, you're really just.
What is going on right now?
We're going backwards.
Yeah, we really
He
are.
sobers up as it goes on. It's kind of.
That's what's going to happen. So, next piece of news that we have comes from Donald Thoreau over at NintendoWorldReport.com. Sakurai issues a statement on Smash Ultimate DLC characters selected by Nintendo. So, we didn't talk about the latest Smash Direct. Steve
Fucking sucked.
Yeah, well, you said it fucking sucked. Do you think it fucking sucks?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, well.
I think it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
So-
the two characters.
What?
Like, what the hell? Where's Waluigi?
You got Kennen and Cinnaraw.
Yeah,
I
so
caught the Cliff Notes. I didn't see Waluigi in there,
Not
so I
plugging-
decided
not
I don't need to
plugging-
watch
so
it.
yeah.
first
exactly.
off,
And I don't give a fuck about Waluigi. I hope you guys
Whoa,
don't get him.
whoa,
yeah,
To be perfectly
to be
honest,
fair,
fuck you,
I'm in
dude.
that camp too.
I
because
don't give a shit.
Piranha Plant got a character. Did
Good.
you
He's
see
got
this?
amiibo too. That's fucking horseshit.
Well, I want that amiibo
It
real
is like
bad.
look, King Cruel.
You know what I want?
Too.
Actually, I
I'm not
saw
gonna
it.
lie.
Piranha. They got Japan's getting Piranha Plant slippers.
Oh,
You saw
I'm
he
all
has
in for
feet?
those.
Did you see his feet?
Does it?
It
I
has
didn't see
feet.
that.
Oh yeah, it's got like little walking.
What the
Leaves?
Piranha Plant?
Well,
you know?
Petey
Has
Piranha
feet.
yeah,
does.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah, I've
leaf.
heard that before.
Leaf.
The leaf.
Little,
Feet.
Oh.
little like.
It's coming out of the bottom of his, like the little
Plant
tube.
bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I never knew that. I don't know anything. I'm not
Actually,
sure.
he did play. He did play tennis, didn't he?
Yeah,
He
don't
does
know
play.
anything.
He is in Tennis Aces. Let's see. So this piece of news is actually about the DLC characters that they have said there's going to be 5 additional stages, 5 additional characters, and 5 additional like soundtracks or something. I don't know. But so it has been decided on all 5 DLC characters, and the first, I don't think Piranha Plant counts as a DLC
No,
character.
it didn't.
But
They
it's
didn't
like,
actually-
if you pre-order you'll get him for free, similar to Mewtwo with Smash
With
Brothers
Smash.
or whatever it was.
But he's still in-game achievable.
Yeah.
Mewtwo was.
So Super Smash Brothers Ultimate DLC lineup is now complete. This time, the selection was made entirely by Nintendo. I decide if we can create a fighter based on their selection, then come up with the plan. It's great to dream about your favorite characters joining the battle, and I appreciate your passion, but please try to stay on topic when replying to tweets and refrain from flooding us, other users, and request not specifically asking for feedback. I think that's fair. I think that he's like, yeah, sure, this is what we're doing. Sorry you don't like it, but
It's
we're
too
not
late,
we're
yeah.
not necessarily asking for your permission. This is what we're doing.
Cool. Kirby
how many-
is the only one that survived.
That's true. Kirby is the only one that survived.
Kirby is meta.
'Cause he ate it.
Thanos snap.
Yeah.
Everyone got killed. They just
Except for
fucking,
Kirby,
They
yes.
murked everybody except for Kirby.
Sonic slowed down. He tried to get.
That was the saddest fucking thing I've ever seen. So Sonic is running fast.
As he
The
does.
He's
It
the
wasn't that
fastest
sad.
thing alive, and then Pikachu's trying to keep up, and he's like, "No, Pikachu, come, let me help you." And then
Sonic always cares about the animals.
he gets killed. That's true. He saves them all.
We
after
kill
every
the
act.
animals, I think.
That's what he does.
It's-
Every
Yeah.
act
Every act, he.
gets them all.
Yep.
Dr. Robotnik,
Yep.
little bastard.
But yeah,
No one lived.
is there a DLC character besides Waluigi that you want? I'm looking at you.
Probably not.
Yeah,
Like main. I mean, you could think of one because if you're doing every game,
I want Banjo Kazooie. I'm sorry, I'm all in for Banjo Kazooie. Like, I think that Nintendo and Microsoft have been buddy for a little while now. I'm like, that makes sense. Put Banjo in there.
I got one.
we got.
Odd job.
I was gonna. Yeah. Saw that coming.
Did you?
It's cheating, by the way.
Odd job from GoldenEye.
It's cheating.
I don't know why I thought of that.
Cheating.
That's a great character.
Developer said it was cheating. So
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Can't bring anything to this conversation.
That's all right, Gary.
Let's talk about this next one.
Yeah, sure.
Jonah Dark. They should have brought her.
Joanna Dark.
Whatever.
yeah, no one. With the far
Sure.
sight.
The Far
Names
Sight.
aren't
The
important.
Far Sight is cheating, and I will.
No,
I will
no.
argue that
Oh,
to
the
the
alien
death.
would be kind of cool.
No.
I will argue that to the death. Next piece of news
Till
that we
developers
have
say otherwise.
comes from Kotaku. Jason Schreier over there. Sources say that Blizzard scrapped plans for Diablo 4 video. And then there is a edit here, correction. So let's see. When Blizzard sole Diablo announcement this year at BlizzCon turned out to be a game for phones, it set off a firestorm of angry reactions from fans who had hoped for a new Diablo on PC. But what about Diablo 4? And then this is update. The article originally stated that Blizzard had recorded a video planned for BlizzCon, which co-founder Alan Adhan talked about a new Diablo game. Although we can confirm that the video was made, Blizzard disputes that it was planned for BlizzCon. Quote, first off, we want to mention that we definitely hear our community. We genuinely don't comment on rumors or speculation, but we can say that we didn't pull any announcements from BlizzCon this year or have plans for other announcements. We do continue to have different teams working on multiple unannounced Diablo projects, and we look forward to announcing them when the time is right, end quote. So I'm not 100% sure what the fuck happened here. I saw that, like, they did have a video for Diablo 4, and then it was pulled last second, and some people, screenshotted computer screens with Diablo 4's, logo on there.
They probably just didn't want to take away from
The
Diablo
Immortals?
because
Yeah.
I mean Diablo 4 is going to be a big enough game that's going to sell on its own.
Mm-hmm.
This game they're trying to push out is new. And they made the bad decision to. I mean, I love those videos when they're like Diablo and then mobile, and people are just like, yeah, fuck you. It's great.
So, Ant, you're the
Diablo,
the
actually.
veteran.
Yeah, that's a huge disappointment.
Are you going to get this game on the mobile
Immortals?
phone? Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, why? I don't know what it is. Is it like a
can't-
normal?
you can't
So
play
it's a
Diablo- you
it's a
can't play-
reskinned
You can't play
Chinese
Diablo
hack
on
and
mobile.
slash. That's all it is.
Oh, sure.
That's microtransactions. I
It's
don't
got
want that.
microtransactions,
Two,
I
you
guess.
can't play Diablo on a mobile phone
Why?
because it's like hacking slash tapping. It's just
That's. I mean, you know what? That's fair. That's fair.
can't- that's
I mean,
just-
I feel like. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Are you?
And then he added fucking fire to this. Not, you guys don't have a phone? Like, fuck you, dude.
He said you don't have a phone.
He said doesn't. His comment was like, don't you guys? You all have phones in your pocket, don't you, or something? And then
Everybody
like,
does.
Well,
Bitch.
According to Joshua Duckworth over at Game Rant, Blizzard didn't expect the negative response to Diablo Immortal.
They don't expect anything anymore because they have fucking a shell of their
Hold on,
former self.
but I do want to mention they are
They have
remastering
so much money.
Warcraft 3, though.
What's that?
Yeah,
They're
they did do
remastering Warcraft 3, which
shit.
Yeah,
that
but
kind of
yeah,
looks
Actually,
cool.
looked
though.
like
We thought
I don't
Diablo
play
1.
Warcraft, but
Yeah,
it
that
looks
looks-
like really.
that looks
and I
fun.
talked to a couple of people that were like, "Did you see it? Did you see?"
Yeah, I mean, it looks as good as StarCraft remaster did. So
cool.
Yeah,
I would like.
I mean,
Diablo. I like Diablo 1.
I'm not a
remastered.
Warcraft fan.
So I was never a Warcraft fan either, but I always wanted to play 3 because that's like
It's
a
a
more
straight-
traditional
it's a-
RTS, right?
Yeah, it's a mix between Diablo and StarCraft. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
so
play
I
as
feel
level
like
up.
I might like that a little bit more. So maybe I might dip my toe in if you will. But so
Get
let's
hooked on
get
World of Warcraft. And then-
no. Let's get to Joshua Duckworth's article. After Blizzard revealed that it was going to share some Diablo-related news at BlizzCon 2018, fans were obviously expecting Diablo 4 or a Diablo remaster. Instead, they got the mobile game Diablo Immortal. The surprise was not well met. After a quick Q&A, let's see. After a quick Q&A revealed Diablo Immortal, a dissatisfied fan asked, "Is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?" During the same Q&A, principal designer Wyatt Cheng, after being booed for saying that it isn't coming to PC, asked, "Do you guys not have phones?" This question has been rallying cries for fans believing that Blizzard is out of touch. And it sounds like Steve says they're out of touch.
Oh yeah.
They're out of time. I don't know the next lyric. Do you know?
I mean, I think
I don't even know what
I
that
just-
song
yeah, I
is.
don't
You're out of touch. I'm
I
out
mean,
of
they put
time.
so
It's
much
Vice
time
City.
and resources
80s
into
song?
Overwatch that I don't know. I mean, they making so much money off of that Overwatch league. It's fucking crazy.
That is true.
Can't leave Diablo
Maybe they
behind.
are out of touch. They just have so much fucking money. It's
Well,
like,
I mean, I
whatever.
wonder if they're just
You should
neglecting.
have sang Soul Asylum. Little out of touch, little out of touch.
I think if you heard the song, you'd be like, "Oh, Brian made the right choice."
If I Shazam that, it's not gonna know what the fuck that is.
Yeah. Well, Shazam sucks anyways.
Shazam.
But that I hope that movie's good.
It's gonna be good.
I hope that's. I love
DC, bro.
I love Zachary Levi, so I'm really hoping for the best on
Come
that.
on, bro.
It's DC.
But I think that maybe Diablo, they're not giving the care that it deserves. But I don't know if they're out of touch necessarily because I mean Overwatch is making hand over fist dollars, obviously.
Yeah, but it's
It's
not
still,
out of
like,
touch with
Overwatch could be game of
Overwatch.
the
It's
year,
out of
man.
touch
That's
with
what-
Diablo
their
fans.
established franchises.
Yeah.
It's core.
Which is pretty shitty. If
Or
you
you
ask
could
me.
argue that the people that work there now don't give a shit about the legacy franchises.
And to be fair, I can see that if you're
Because all the
if
people that
you're-
made Diablo or StarCraft
Well,
or all
long
that
gone.
shit,
He
are
left.
majority of them are probably
He
gone.
left when they got acquired by acquisition, though.
But even
a
still,
lot of
like
shit.
think about
Well, that's
like, they
half the
wanna make
reason
their
you
own
got to start. I
thing,
think that's half
right?
the reason you got to StarCraft too. It's because all those people left that would fight against, like saying, "No, we don't need it yet," or "It's not,
Ghost would have been.
it's not right," or "It's not right," like it's not being done right. Shit like that.
I just think they're just focused on Overwatch.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
that's exactly well. That's
Like,
exactly
they
what I'm
built a
saying.
fucking stadium for Overwatch, like,
Yeah.
and they just announced like there's like 3 or 4 new teams coming next
Oh yeah,
season.
they just announced 2 of them today, which I don't have in front of me, but
Yeah.
whatever. But more importantly, they did introduce Ashe, a new playable character that's already hit the PTR, and our veteran PC master elitist over here has played a little bit of Ashe.
Is Ashe in Smash?
No,
No.
Oh well,
as
technically,
yeah, it's Pokemon
yes,
trainer.
he's the
It's
Pokemon
not. He's
trainer.
Pokemon trainer. Red. Ash is different from Red, by the way, in blue.
We're not
Just
talking about Nintendo right now.
I know.
See,
Well, we are also the tangent, so
That is true.
I'm gonna keep us focused right now.
So, Steve, we have Gary's little gameplay clip on Twitch, which you can go see over on twitch.tv/grizz_is. So Gary played a little bit of Ashe, who is a new character in Overwatch, and she looks like a female-ish version of McCree. She's
Well, she
the
is a
rival. Well, yeah, she is a female, but she's the rival to like the rival gang, right?
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know the lore of Overwatch really. All I
Okay.
know is this character is fucking.
I just
awesome.
know the sound it makes when it lies.
I know the sound it makes when it takes another man's life.
Hey, Steve, could you grab me a pumpkin porter or a Dunkin' porter? Sorry. Thank you.
it is. Holy shit.
Yeah, so this character is kind of like a mid-range sniper.
Yep. So
It's the
yeah,
first-
I was interested in this because it looks like a repeater rifle.
Yeah. So you'll see when I'm shooting it, like if you do the hip fire,
Yep.
you can shoot it pretty fast.
I'm gonna need the bottle opener if you would be so kind. Thank you, sir, very much. I appreciate that.
If you hip fire the gun,
Yep.
you can shoot it fairly quickly.
Is it so like you can shoot it? It's not like fan the hammer. It's more
No,
just
but it's pretty fast.
okay.
And then when you aim down sights, it's
A little bit slower.
A little bit slower. She has her like 2 other abilities. Is one, she has a little shotgun that she pulls out that does little damage, but it pushes enemies back. But you can also get to higher places, like you've seen there.
Yeah, so I've seen like you can kind of use it as Junkrat's like dynamite thing.
Correct. So she's pretty mobile, and then she also has dynamite.
Yep. Which is that just kind of like a grenade?
Yeah, it's a grenade, but it's timed.
Okay.
But you can shoot the dynamite.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, because during her reveal trailer, she throws out a bunch
Throws it out,
of
and
them.
then you can shoot it, or you can just let it go off.
Yep.
The one thing with the dynamite, it does a lot of fire damage, so it will actually do damage over time
Okay.
if you're like in that or whatever. And then her ultimate is Bob.
Yeah. Bob is fucking sweet.
Bob is very, very cool. He's very overpowered. Right now in this gameplay, it's pretty hectic because realistically, everyone's playing Ashe on the PTR.
Yep.
So these are 12 Ashes.
Yeah,
right
so
now.
it's basically just getting everyone familiar with the character before
Yeah.
you slowly start incorporating.
But if you
her
think
into the
about
gameplay.
her ultimate being Bob, it's really can turn into 12v12.
Yeah, because Bob
Very
is
quickly.
Bob is a gigantic robot that then kind of you don't control him whatsoever. You throw him in a direction and he
runs
tries
straight.
to kill as many people as possible, right?
So what he does is he runs out, and if you send him whatever way you're looking, he'll run straight out that way. If he
Yeah.
runs into any enemies, he'll hit them up in the air, and then he just starts firing.
Okay.
And then he'll stand still, and he just fires.
How does he? Have you seen him interact with a Farah by chance? Because I feel like if I was a Farah and he uppercutted me, I would just slide away. Or
I don't know. I think you get stunned a little bit when you get hit by him.
But you say he's overpowered, right?
He has too much health.
Okay, so you think that if he lost some health,
Like his gun, like realistically, your ultimate should be if you get hit by him in the initial hit and get thrown up in the air,
you should die.
you should die.
Yeah.
But if he's just standing in front of you and you're a soldier, like you should be able to do more damage than him.
Okay.
But his health is crazy.
Do you think it's his health or well, I guess like or
No, it's
defense?
his health, and then also any healer can heal him.
Oh, okay. So he's almost an additional character.
He is. He's an additional character that is like an NPC that just comes onto the map. And then you can nano boost him. You can heal
Holy
him.
shit! Okay.
Nano boost is what people were doing on the. So what would happen eventually in the PTR was people would have like one Ana on their team.
Oh, yep. So it's like okay, hey, nano boost. We got a Bob
nano
going out.
nano boost a Bob,
Yeah.
right? And then he's going to do a ton of damage. You can have the the Ana still healing him as he's getting shot at. It's crazy. And then he also can capture points.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. So
he
he's
can-
legitimately just an additional
Yeah.
teammate.
So I didn't get to experience it, but like you could say if time was running out, you need overtime. You could throw him out to a point.
kind of like a Zenyatta where he just sits on the point and like
yeah. So
hopes.
he'll sit there. It's a great character. It's a fantastic addition. I mean, I love playing Widowmaker, and this is like a
like a mid tier, like mid between.
yeah. It's definitely going to be an
She's a
interesting
DPS,
character.
right?
So
There's
you
Bob
haven't
right
played.
here.
Yeah, there's a lot of Bobs.
Oh yeah, there's
So you
lots
can
of
see
Bobs
there's
going
lots of-
on.
we lose right here. You haven't played Overwatch in a while, so they don't have like the way that they characterize their characters now is not. It's like three subclasses.
Oh right.
So
yeah.
there's damage characters, which is like 12 of them,
Yep.
and then there's like healing and tank.
Okay, that makes sense. So
there's
they
no
got rid
more-
of defense.
Correct. Correct. So that's pretty much what they did, and because I was playing Ashe and went to the PTR, I got hooked back onto playing Overwatch.
Yeah.
So playing competitive Overwatch again.
Which you can go check out on Twitch at twitch.tv/grizz_is.
Yes.
Yep.
And there's a lot of changes. A lot of changes that I'm like, I haven't played Overwatch in forever. So, like Torborn, like completely different.
I've heard that he's like a completely different character.
I started playing him. I'm like, wait a second. I throw out my turret. I'm like hitting my turret.
And it's like, no.
It's already level 3.
He's just like,
And
all right.
then his other ability is what his old ultimate used to be,
Okay.
but you only have it for a couple seconds. And then his ultimate is you throw out fire everywhere, like lava.
Okay.
And then if people aren't in that, they get damaged.
Oh, all right.
So he's different. Then you have the other new characters like Bridget and
Hammond or Wrecking Ball.
I can't stand that character.
Really?
Yeah, I can't do it.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a ton of changes. There's a bunch of new maps on there. So it's if you haven't played Overwatch in a while, you might want to check it out because there's a lot of changes going on.
I will. I'll get back on. I have to just get Xbox Live, and because my Xbox Live is
The
lapsed.
whole big thing.
Yeah. But what else have you been playing, Gary?
So I guess I've been playing a lot of Dauntless
Yep.
still. And they had their big Halloween event, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought in a new behemoth, which is called the Rift Stalker. And it's probably one of the best fights.
Okay.
Best fights in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first behemoth that actually changes its attack pattern based on how you're fighting it.
Okay. So it's like
So if
adaptive.
it knows,
So it memorizes your moves.
yeah. So it kind of knows how you're fighting it, and it will change things up very quickly. It's a very fast. It's like a cat that like runs around, and then he creates rifts where he can teleport.
Oh.
And then he'll teleport into like the darkness, and he'll pull you into the darkness, and then you're surrounded by all these rifts that will shoot out multiples of him and stuff. It's really cool.
Very nice.
Really cool. So there's new armor, new weapons. They had their whole event, so there's new skins, like all that type of stuff. They've really revamped the whole. Like they had somebody come in, I think maybe from Blizzard or another company, and he completely changed everything. So he changed the currency system. He changed they brought in a sell vendor. So now you don't have to like farm the weeklies and dailies to get sells. So like before you could only get like once a week you get a chance to get a good sell from doing a weekly challenge.
Yep.
Then you'd have to wait another week. Now they have a sell vendor where you can actually take your cells. Like if it's a +2 cell, you can merge them together for like it might take 2 days, but it's going to make a +3.
Okay.
Stuff like that. And then yeah, they had the repeaters, the new weapons, guns as well. So
And that's kind of your main thing that you're streaming right now, right? Is
yeah,
Dauntless for the
I
most
mean Dauntless for the most part. I have a lot of fun with it. It's just like Monster Hunter. It's free to play on PC. It's in early access, but everything that you do right now is going to carry over.
Yep.
And eventually it'll come to console, I believe.
Cool.
I think it will do well on console as long as it stays free.
Yeah, I could see it doing
if
really
it-
well. Like if it's like another Fortnite scenario where it's free to play and then
Yeah,
it
because
hooks people with the gameplay.
yeah, you know, and if they keep doing what they're doing, but we'll see. And then I also real quickly been playing Immortal Unchained a little bit, which is a game that I didn't even know released. I saw the trailer like last year, and it's basically Dark Souls but with guns.
Okay,
So-
is it third person or first person?
Third person.
Okay.
Look at that dark color.
So you have a primary weapon, you have a secondary like a pistol or a shotgun, and then you have like a melee weapon. You don't really do a lot of melee damage.
Is it just for up close? I'm assuming if you like charge
Yeah,
them or they
you
charge
can like
you
knock
just
people back, but it's Dark Souls. Everything you do costs stamina. So
But
when
is
you
it still?
shoot,
But it's still like the same. Like do you armor sets and stuff like that, or is it?
oh
just,
yeah, it's still armor. The ranking up system is the exact same.
You
They
get, like,
just have a
very little
different
fucking-
form of like instead of souls.
Is
it's
this
called
the
something
one
else.
that takes place in space?
It kind of looks like space.
Okay.
No, but I think you're thinking of the Surge.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the Surge.
Yeah, which is another one that I played like halfway through. It wasn't good. And yeah, it's interesting. Dark Souls with guns. You know, you get to lock onto characters as well. So it's not really like you have to spend a lot of time aiming at them, but there is recoil, so you got to kind of manage that.
So it's like you can't
I'm
just
assuming it's more
continuously
fast paced
blast
than.
a shotgun.
and then but they're shooting back at you. You know, boss battles, same. It's literally the same thing. So it is on
Is
console.
it, the boss battle's more strategic? Is it?
I
like,
mean, I fought 2 bosses, and basically they have like glowing spots on them, and you just want to make sure that you
hit those glowing spots.
correct.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't think it's worth $60.
Tale as old as time, right?
It's not worth 60. You know, if you can get it on a deal, it is on console, so maybe at some point.
Nice.
Really quickly, God of War is Game of the Year. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I can't
enough.
disagree. That's my
all
game
I'm
of the
gonna
year
say.
as well.
That's all that probably needs to be said, I guess, right?
Yeah. And then, yeah, I've been playing mostly the most I've played of a single player is Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is the third. I know you guys talked about it already.
No,
please. Because you didn't beat it though, did you?
I finished. Oh yeah, I finished. I kind of. So I'll just say I enjoyed playing the game, but I felt like I was going through the motions.
Yep.
Towards the end, it's a really good. Like I didn't feel like I needed to pay attention to the story. It was more. I just was enjoying the gameplay, right? I just had fun. It was, I could do this. I don't have to, like, I could do the tombs, which were great. I could have that pulp action, Indiana Jones style thing going on. But I was never, it was almost, it was, I think I described it to somebody as like mindless fun, which is, I feel like negative, but in my experience, I had fun with the game. It was just I felt like I didn't.
Nothing memorable about.
No, there was some memorable parts for sure, but I just didn't feel like I was completely invested in the story and the characters.
I like this one better than the second. I know we kind of talked off air, but it's not as good as the first one.
No, I don't. I think the first one, what makes the first one so great is her character development, right?
Yeah, this one it's crazy. She has no emotion. So she has she literally murders like 30 people, and then it's just like. All of a sudden, she'll like go into the cave, and then there'll be a couple dead bodies. She's like, "Oh my god, there was a massacre here." It's like,
bitch, there was a massacre outside.
you just killed 30 fucking people with an axe. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? So
how far are you in this game?
I'd probably say like I'm 50% done, maybe.
Have you seen the oil and fire scene?
No.
Okay.
So I just got through. I went to that secret village, and I had to put on and I saw like all the ceremonies.
You had to put on the.
I just got introduced to the characters that I believe have like heat vision or something like that. They can see you.
Oh, okay. So you got like the big shotgun dudes.
Yeah. So one of the mechanics that is new to the game is the mud,
which is great. I just feel like I wish they allowed you to do it a lot more. Right?
Yes, correct. So it's only in certain areas where she can find little. Pits of mud, and she can cover herself in mud, so then she can't be seen as much. I do like the going up against the walls and the vines.
That's awesome, right?
It's a great mechanic. The stealth in this game is really good. The combat's awesome. I still don't understand why she doesn't have dual pistols. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
They introduced it in the first one. Just let us do that. At the very
end, I thought.
I definitely missed this. I definitely missed this hallway.
Yeah.
Steve, are they seeing what we're seeing, or are we in the one?
Are we in the Matrix right now?
They're seeing what we're seeing. Okay.
What is real life?
I don't know.
But the one thing I have enjoyed so far is there's been a couple sections where it's a little bit of horror.
Yep.
Without ruining stuff, like you're in a cave and there's some weird shit going down. And on top of that, you have to solve puzzles while shit is going down. Yeah,
I'm a big fan of the amount of horror in this game because as you may know, and you definitely know,
I do.
Not a horror guy over here.
Yeah.
But shocking. There's just this perfect amount where I feel like I'm like, all right, oh shit, all right, no, I got this, okay. I'm not just like, nope, fuck this.
Got the rumble feature on, so he knows it's about shit's
The one thing I
down.
really dislike, and I'm glad with this right now, is swimming.
Oh, there's stealth sections in the swimming.
I hate it.
It's so bad.
Do you have to do breast management?
Like you got to hide from the piranhas.
Piranhas straight up eat you.
So
you hide from piranha?
I'm playing on PC too, so the controls I'm playing with mouse and keyboard.
Oh my god.
So the swimming is
brutal, huh?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard in those stealth sections. I literally just go for it. I literally just go for it every single time. I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna wait 1 second, and then I'm just, okay, I died. All right, I'm going back. Like I'm gonna, like, there's no point.
Yeah,
there's no point. So I don't really like that. And the fact that your partner, like your friend, Jonah, I don't like how every single time she's about to go do something, he's with her, and then he's like, all right, like good luck. And then he's at the end of. She just went through all this shit,
he's
already there. Like, why didn't we just go the way you went?
Wasn't that National Treasure?
Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, he gets to every place that you're going, but you have to go through the piranhas, or you have to go through the caves, or you have to, and he's just there.
Yeah, that's.
I don't like that.
You know what? So I say I turned my brain off while playing that game. I absolutely did not notice that whatsoever.
Oh yeah, he's always at the end.
But like, you're right.
What the fuck? how did you get here, bro? Like, just bring me with you. Like, I suck at this. I keep going through these stupid caves.
So, Gary, do you suffer at all from any sort of anxiety or
Yes,
claustrophobia?
Yeah, so these parts suck.
Yeah.
You know, I would probably say my favorite scary movie is The Descent. And
All the tunnels.
it's just like that. It's the fucking worst. Like when she's like struggling to breathe, she's underwater and she's like drowning at the same time, like almost being stuck. It's
Imagine if there was a mannequin in there.
Oh,
On an
if there was just a
airplane.
mannequin underneath, yeah.
Flying.
Yeah, I forget what game. What game? Oh no, it wasn't a game. I saw the new Halloween movie. There's mannequins at the end of that movie. I was like freaking out.
Just close your eyes immediately.
Like Mike Myers, don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Mannequins, what the fuck?
What mannequins dressed as Mike Myers?
Yeah.
That's a scary sight. So yeah, I'm enjoying it, but yeah, it's definitely not as good as
One for sure.
one. I like it better than two. I feel like they didn't really add a lot, but it's just refined. And yeah. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. It's kind of going to be one of those games that I think people got pissed because I got it on sale. It went on sale very quickly. So a lot of people that bought it at full price, I know,
Wanted money.
downvoted the shit out of it on Steam.
Oh, I bought it. I got it right when it came out, or like a day or two afterwards. And I had a friend of mine say that he was kind of pissed off that they didn't introduce a whole lot of things. And I was like, oh, well, I feel like they have introduced a few things, like the mud mechanic, the camera mode, things like that. But I didn't really have an issue with spending $60 on the game.
So that was
It's
the
worth the
question,
$60.
right?
Oh, for sure. Like, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that was the guy who sent the question, right?
Yeah, Mr. Newen, thank you for the question.
But yeah, it's worth the 60, but I got it for 40.
Oh yeah, because it's
beat
been
that.
on.
Steam
It's
sales.
definitely been on sale for like $40, $45, and
Yeah.
I think on Black Friday it's dropping down to 35. So
Yeah.
if you can wait until Ant, you can just borrow mine. Don't
It's also true. I could.
don't
PS4.
buy anything. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely a good addition if you like the Tomb Raider games,
Or
Uncharted, stuff like that.
even like Uncharted things. Yeah.
It's a good time to pop in, but no, it's pretty good. So, but that's really, I mean, I've been playing a shit of games, but that's it for me. I'm done.
Very cool. All right, I'm just going to kind of steal the show here, and I'm actually going to talk about Starlink Battle for Atlas.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I bought this game. So if you didn't know, I went to Italy 2 weeks ago or something like that, and
Star Fox?
We thought you died.
So Starlink Battle for Atlas is a game that is out for the Xbox, PS4, and Switch. But if you buy it on the Switch, you
Yes.
can play as Star Fox. So clearly, I bought it for the Switch, and I bought it digitally, and so I played it on
You saved the
flights.
extra money from not buying the little.
Yeah, so I didn't buy the special edition. I just got all the DLC for free with the digitally. And let me just tell you, if you play this physically, it must suck because in order to play it, you have to like strap on
The Starlink thing.
this
It's,
like toy. It's like
yeah,
Toys
it's a
for
f-
Life,
it's
so
a
you have to strap on the
stupid-
toy
What the fuck are
to
you
the
talking? I don't even
controller.
understand what you're talking
So
about.
I'm already out.
you put it on. You take a little ship
and it attaches.
and you attach it to the controller. And then anytime you want to switch, I'm good, thank you,
good.
Gary. Anytime you want to switch your weapon, you have
Why?
to pause the game and then switch your weapon
know.
physically, like a Lego.
Why is this a thing?
I don't know.
I
It's
didn't
a
know
thing.
that either because I was looking it up and I was like, why is it?
Do not buy it physically.
Yeah,
buy
I
it
was like,
digitally
why does it keep
because
showing me
you
this
get
spaceship
you get
thing?
everything. You get all of the guns
Without having
that
to
you
deal
get,
with-
without having to buy them and pausing the game and switching around. You can just do it on the fly in the menus.
So
The one-
it's required if you buy it physically.
I think so.
do
I'm
that?
not sure. I didn't want to deal with that nonsense.
He wouldn't know. He couldn't know anyway though because if he doesn't
I'm just
own
saying.
it.
Well, I mean,
So I bought it digitally, and this game is Star Fox meets No Man's Sky. So
it's
there's-
better than-
It's way better than No Man's Sky, and it's way better than Star Fox Zero. So,
Well, neither one
That's
of
not
those is
saying
saying
much.
Yeah, that's
but
Adventures, Star Fox Adventures. Maybe?
I'd never played that either. So this game, you can play as the Arwing, and you can customize your ship and raise your defense, attack, things like that. But there's lots of like, go to this planet, help these people out, and the I want to say the overarching story is there's this bad guy that kidnaps like the
Princess,
hero. No, it's like the old man that helps this team, the Starlink team, and then the Star Fox team joins up with them, and they're like, "Hey, we can help each other out." And it's funny because you can tell when like when they kind of like tacked on the Star Fox stuff.
Oh, the development team where he's like in a town. I was like, hey, can you help?
Well, no. So it'll be like a main, cutscene or whatever. And so it's like the main characters, which I couldn't tell you any of their names, but it's like
they're forgettable.
It's like generic millennial that's all about social media.
Yeah, Han Solo #1.
Yeah, Han Solo #1. There's like an Auron-esque character from Final Fantasy X who's like the badass silent samurai.
It's got the sword and the eye patch.
And so there's lots of like very tropey
Space
characters,
pirate.
but it's like they'll be talking and then, it'll be like, oh, we got to go do this. And then it's like a hard cut and it's like Star Fox walks into the cutscene and he's like, yeah, we do need to do this. Also, Star Wolf is around. So
we got to fight 2 bad guys now.
I'm at this point, I'm just like, I'm playing the game. I'm enjoying it. But I'm just treating this as a Star Fox game.
So I somewhat heard that conversation from the bathroom.
Yeah.
It sounds awful.
It's actually fun. So let me get to the good parts of it's a great Star Fox game. Exploring the planets are easy to do because you're not walking and resource managing. You're literally just flying around going like, oh, all right, this person needs help. All right, let me go do that mission. Okay, let me fly over there. Oh shit, there's enemies here. All right, there's a fire enemy. What am I going to use? I'm going to use my ice weapons. So you just shoot them a bunch, and you can choose, like you can swap weapons on the fly. So that's a lot of fun.
Unless you buy it physical.
Unless you buy it physical, which then you have to. And let me just tell you, if you buy it physical, you're going to be pausing. All you're going to be doing is switching weapons. Because
I feel like you're slandering the game. We don't even know if it's required to do that.
You know what,
physically.
Steve? You're right. But just buy it digitally, so you don't have to worry about if you have to do that. So, but I just play as Star Fox. Clearly, you play as Star Fox because then you can call in, like one of your specials is like you call in a Star Fox. Yeah. Well, you always want Falco.
Yeah.
You always want Falco.
We want Slippy, I can say that much.
Are they all in?
Yeah, they're all in the game. They're all like main characters in they like
but you
mesh
only get Star Fox if you
as you play. Yeah, if you buy it on Switch. Yeah.
But
so
all the characters are in the game though.
Yeah. So this is kind of like the combat on land. So you're kind of hovering around and shooting people. But then if you go into orbit, if this player that's playing it right now just wanted to fly into orbit, they could. And they can go into orbit. And then there's also like dogfights in space, which are really, really well done.
It's like random stuff happening.
Yeah, I'll also say that I was playing this on a plane, so a little bit of like
feeling like you actually
flying. Feeling like I was actually flying was pretty cool.
Oh boy!
So that was that was an additional little just pet like a little.
Steve send you any videos before you took off?
I don't have a fear of flying, and I also don't have a fear of
mannequins
dying on a plane.
Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't work on him.
No,
that's why I didn't send him.
Unless the plane's going down, I guess.
No, to be completely honest with you, like if I'm on a plane and it's going down, my thought is I'm dead. So, and there's nothing I can do but.
That's why you watch those videos, you know that immediately. That you are unlikely to survive.
So, but yeah, I really enjoy this game. If you like any sort of Star Fox game,
what?
Unless you got Sully.
Sully's the man.
It's a long anticipated
human
space,
being and a real hero.
What was the one with Denzel?
Flight.
In Uncharted? Sully Uncharted?
Yeah, no, you're thinking of Tom Hanks, right? Who played...
Yeah, that was
Sully.
I thought you meant Sully from
Denzel
Uncharted.
got drunk, but then he still saved everybody.
Yeah, he landed upside down on the Hudson.
It was
what a G.
Sweet.
Yeah. So...
Denzel. Only one that could do that.
Star Fox or Starlink. Pretty fun game. I'm not going to lie to you. I had a really, really good time playing it. I don't know if I'll go back to it because Red Dead.
Is this a $60 game?
Yeah, it's a full $60.
Well, physical is actually more. I think it's $70.
No, physical you can buy it without the. Like,
without the thing. Oh,
yeah.
So you could probably play physical without the things, Ryan.
Having to swap them out.
Oh, I see what you did there, Gary. That makes sense.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm slowly going digital.
See, I don't know.
I'm slowly.
You've come a long way.
Yeah, I'm slowly going digital.
Or regressing backwards.
Any like rare games or like Nintendo first party, I'll buy, but I think I'm gonna kind of go digital for the future.
Nice job.
Future is now.
The future is now, and I guess I'm a liar because I have Red Dead and physical.
You got the special edition.
I bought
too.
Spider-Man physical.
Yeah,
good move too.
It's also a good move.
Yeah,
yeah.
I like the inside cover. It was nice.
Nice.
Well, collector's edition. So.
Yeah, I bought a lot.
I got Night Trap physical.
There you go. Let's get physical with Red Dead though.
They still have yet to ship that fucking game.
I got both my copies, by the way. So.
Did you get another one today?
Well, I get the regular and the because I didn't get. I got the.
Anthony's a big limited
Fucking fucks.
guy.
Before you start this conversation, Anthony, do not spoil.
Yeah.
This is
I have not played this game.
This is gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lie.
So it's really not.
No, it kind of is because
It's really not.
we had because going from the conversation last week, there's a lot of things like, oh shit, like you learn things and like it's tough.
You learn things about and here's the
Arthur,
great, yeah.
but it's a very long, like even now, like it's so long that I forget kind of like what this subtle stuff that happens. You forget the placement of like, oh, what chapter on which chapter kind of happened in. So, like I said, if I'm a little bit further,
let's
than,
talk
spoil
in
any chapter.
Let's talk about generalities, right? So
Just-
last week I was very lukewarm on the game.
okay, yeah.
And so I will tell you right now that I am enjoying it more than I was last week, but I will say the controls are fucking terrible in this game.
Yeah, they're not the greatest.
And I shouldn't say fucking terrible. The controls are
they
very on. They're rough for even a Rockstar game because Rockstar games, you know, like so. Gary, you've played Grand Theft Auto 5, right?
I have.
So when you walk backwards in Grand Theft Auto 5, what does your character do? He does this like weird like
360 turn. He doesn't immediately turn.
He doesn't immediately turn around, right?
Mm-hmm.
He kind of like backs up 2 steps and then turns to the side and like you're like, no, I just want you to be in this precise place and you're moving around like an idiot. Like in God of War, when you're backing up, what happens? You walk.
turns around.
You
Well,
could turn around, but
you have a button that you can
you
do a
walk
180
around.
turn.
You walk backwards, right? In this, it's like you kind of walk 2 steps, and then
flip.
the camera flips around, and you're going the opposite way. It's like no,
And it happens with the
I
Forest, too.
I just need him in this one spot. Don't fuck around with it, and it's kind of
Seems
like,
like there's a lot more glitches.
yeah, there is for sure. Like you remember when Justin was talking about like Batman climbing up and down a ladder in Batman Arkham City and Asylum.
Sure, that wasn't me.
No, that was
That was definitely Justin because
remember talking a
Justin
shit ton
finds
about
the
that.
weirdest things
like the fridge and
to be upset about. But so I've kind of embraced. So last week I said Arthur Morgan is a terrible character. He's a terrible person, is what I said. I didn't say he was a terrible character. He's a terrible person.
He's the main character, yeah.
Yeah, he's the main character that you're playing. So Arthur Morgan, I feel like, is a terrible character or a terrible person, and I've leaned into that. I've just decided, you know what? Brian's gonna be good when he feels like being good, but he's just gonna be bad when he wants to be
Brian,
bad.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Brian being
because
bad.
I'm usually a white knight.
You are an outlaw
Right
now.
now, I
Officially
am
an outlaw.
now. So there's a scene in this game, Gary, where
Always.
someone, and we talked about this last week. Someone goes, "Hey, you're that guy from Blackwater,"
yeah.
and Arthur Morgan is like, "Nah, I just got a familiar face. You must be mistaking me." And so you just chase this guy because he's making a big scene,
Yep.
and you have the choice to either kill him.
You shot him right in the face.
No, I just let him die. So he was hanging off of a
He
ledge.
told the Batman, I don't have to save you.
I don't have to save you.
But I'm not gonna kill you.
I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you. So I just let him fall.
That's pretty
Although
brutal of you.
I have a lot of people have witnessed me killing people, and it's like, oh, boom, witness. And then they're like, what the hell happened here? And I'm just like, you're dead. Bam. And I'm just
Oh
like,
shit, dude!
yeah.
You're taking a page out of my book.
I'm just killing people now.
Wow, dude!
I'm just enjoying the game
Because it's like
as
a
best
20,
as I
it's like a
possibly
20 kill
can.
streak. One guy sees it, and then the next guy, you're like, well, I gotta kill them all.
Well,
now.
you're like following this guy down a path, and you're like, all right,
told you,
this guy
that's-
needs to die. And
that's
then
my one
4 other
biggest gripe.
people see you kill that guy, and you're
just-
like, Deadeye, do, bam, 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 bam.
I told you that was my biggest complaint. You can't let him escape because next thing cops are there in like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
and
I'm
then-
wanted all over the map.
Yeah.
Wherever I can move, I definitely have a bounty on my head.
Anthony, are there any NPCs still left in your world?
I do need I do need someone to sell me guns. So
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure because I see Anthony just going around
yeah, so
shooting
I did
everybody.
I did test I do test that a lot. So like when he did the cliff scene, I literally saved him and then waited for him to leave and then shot him in the head and then looted him.
Yeah, see, I figured that's what Anthony's doing. I mean, that's a smarter move.
Can't let good stuff go to waste.
Yeah.
You can't. You need the plus on the scale, and then you got to be like, well, behind the back.
Well, I mean, they're gonna negative the fucking scale, the morality system for
I
sure.
mean, I'd rather die by getting shot than falling off a cliff, Brian. So what Anthony did might have been.
was an honorable
even see
thing.
it coming.
Was an honor. Well, technically, they make a point though in that world.
Oh,
you
you
never
did see it
shoot. You
coming?
never shoot a man in the back.
Yeah, you never shoot
You
a man
never-
in the back.
when he's
Steve.
turned to you-
What are you, dishonored? Although, speaking of which, Anthony,
I
so
do it anyway, though.
the draw thing, what is that called?
Quick draw.
Quick draw. I have a difficult time figuring out what the fuck I'm supposed to do there.
It just goes straight into dead eye and then you shoot him.
No, it's never that way because it's like hold the right trigger slightly.
You just press it. Yeah, and then
it like builds it up, and the further you build it up.
Because I never finished Red Dead 1 because I didn't win the duel at the very end and I just stopped playing.
I don't know. I'm still like I still don't understand. Thank you. That's the word is a duel.
No, of course it is.
wow.
I'm like maybe sure. I died. I was on top of a train.
A fight. We kept looking for.
I'm just gonna say I'm on top of it. See
Anthony.
how I'm doing
It's
this?
nothing. It's nothing to do. I'm
You
wondering
see how
if-
you and I know what I'm talking about, but nobody else that hasn't experienced
Yeah,
it.
but I'd also need to know, like I said, if it's side
why you
quest
look
or
at me.
It's a side quest.
Okay.
So I'm on top of a train.
Now I
right?
know who it is.
And I'm like, all right, we're gonna do this. And that guy shot me 7 times.
He was
I had to
different-
reload
okay.
7 different times.
He was a tough one because he killed me because he is his quick like he leans to the he ducks.
Oh.
Have you seen his because all the movements are different.
Spoiler.
Well, here's what I'm telling you.
Yes,
I
well,
shot
yeah.
his gun out of his hand because I was
Classic.
trying to
I
be,
didn't even think of that.
trying
but
to be
go
a
on.
good guy,
Always
right?
a headshot, but
So I shot his gun out of his hand, and then he immediately pulled out another gun.
didn't know
Smart
that.
move.
Yeah. Well, not smart because
Well,
It's a smart move. You
He
just
pulled
shoot
out
my
an-
gun. I got another one.
he pulled out his other
He
gun.
had a smart move.
And I'm not going to spoil what happened, but I didn't shoot him, but I won. So
Oh, you won on that. Really?
yeah,
Because he
I,
knew he was fucking. He turned on himself.
that's exactly what happened,
I know.
Gary. He fucking.
Because that's
he
what
was-
I would have done.
He was
If
just like,
somebody just shot my gun out of my hand, I'd be
"Bam!"
like, shit.
And then he pulled out another one and was just like, bam, and shot himself right in the fucking
I'm
chin.
spoiling shit. and
through
I
the
ain't even
head.
played this
Shit.
motherfucker.
I got his sweet gun. I
Yeah,
got
it's
an
a sweet-
awesome fucking.
It is a
It's
sweet-
like a Luger.
It's a European.
It's like a German gun.
Why
All
did he
gold.
kill himself?
Good question, Steve.
Didn't want to be dishonored by you beating
No,
them?
it's
Because he was dishonored because Brian shot his gun out of his hand, so he's like,
Yeah,
shit, I
he-
have no honor anymore.
something happened.
He thought he was a gunslinger until Arthur Morgan was just like, bam. No, you're not.
He's the real gunslinger in that one.
Yeah. So
I guess that's a good reason.
I'm just kind of along for the ride on this one. So last week I gave Cox a lot of shit about.
No, he does
lot of deserved shit.
Yeah,
But anyways, it doesn't really matter. I wasn't having as much fun with this game as I am now.
Gotcha.
I'm still not like, oh, I want to go fishing or I want to go hunting. Like if I find a deer, I'm
just
like, all right, I'm gonna lasso you. I'm gonna stab you in the throat. I'm gonna get the perfect pelt. Oh, there's fish over there. Let's throw dynamite and fucking fish. Literally fish with dynamite.
well, because you don't need a perfect fish.
Yeah, I don't need a perfect fish.
My
I just need
grandfather
that food.
did that in Mississippi.
Really?
Yeah, he'd just be like, look out. You got to be the lookout for, whoever could.
Police or
The
something.
sheriff?
Yeah, the sheriffs and the marshals or whatever. And he'd just throw dynamite down in the water, and all of a sudden, fish would just come.
Classic.
He'd be
I
like,
like
all right,
that
scoop 'em
move.
up, let's get out of here.
Classic.
Classic
Was it
Mississippi.
was it a
Yeah.
loud like bang or was it just kind of like?
I mean, it's dynamite.
Enough to alert the police, I guess.
I guess yeah.
That's how you do some fishing down in Mississippi.
Yeah.
By the bayou.
Classic fishing.
Who's got time to fucking...
Who wants to throw a fucking string with a rod
Yeah.
and like
Although the game, if you really want to play, if you want to go fishing, it's actually quite relaxing. I will say that.
I mean,
Have you
all
fished
the,
at all?
Anthony's
all
not
the hunting.
relaxing in this game. He's
Oh,
got way
yeah,
too many
it's
people to
peaceful.
kill.
It's peaceful. I mean, like scenery wise, like you said, because so the fast travel is kind of like you don't use it. It tells you kind of not to use it. And you have to pay for the carriage thing. So a
So
lot
you're
of times,
just kind of like,
you're
fuck it,
riding the
I'm just
horse.
riding.
and a lot of times nothing happens. You don't even see. Like you see people, but it's not like it's like, yeah, do I want to kill them or do I want to just like not have to deal with like the witnesses? Like,
I
the
always
carriages and shit?
just kind of, oh hey partner, unless it's like somebody,
when the when the
unless
guy's
it's
like,
a side mission or like an
he's
optional
he's
mission.
a dick. He's
Oh,
like, hey, get out of the way,
If
dude.
it's
You're
a
getting a bullet.
if it's an O'Driscoll, they're immediately getting shot in the face. I don't even at this point where they're like, hey, you just keep walking, mister. I'm just like, no,
Bullet,
you're
yeah.
dead. Bullet time
Classic.
to the
I like
face,
this.
to the face. Pew, pew.
This is a
Oh, you
Brian.
have $5? Great. You have $5? Great.
silver buckle.
Yeah,
Taking it.
silver buckle. Oh, you have a gold wedding band? I can fucking donate all this stuff to my camp.
Yeah, get those points back.
Yeah, I'm kind of just I'm
yeah.
full Anthony right now.
Yeah.
It's very satisfying.
I'm straddling the line of just going straight killing everybody versus trying to be the person
guy.
the good guy that I usually am.
I have no idea who you are anymore, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
Buying digital games.
Yeah.
You're
Innocent
killing
people.
everybody.
I'm not
and
killing. Oh well, I'm killing. I'm definitely killing
Nah, I
innocent
wouldn't
people.
worry.
You've changed.
I'm
Not really.
definitely-
O'Driscoll's not innocent. I'll take.
For the better.
I'll leave you with that one.
Well, I mean, that poor guy that I let die. I mean, it's his own fault. He was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna make a scene. And I'm gonna put you on blast." And it's like, well, I'm gonna have to kill you now or not save
Arthur
you.
did tell you to forget about it, and he did not let it go. So apparently he did, 'cause he let go of the rock. But
Yeah, hey, I'll never let go, Jack. So Anthony, you're fucking far in this game. What is your overall percentage?
78.
All right, so I'm like 30.
I'm at the end. I'm doing the cleanup now.
So it's like, hey, this is the final mission. You're like, all right, I gotta
Something-
tie up loose ends here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I said, it got better. It got a lot better.
Story wise, or
You're gonna love Arthur at the end.
okay, because I've met a character that is in Arthur's past.
He is phenomenal. He's like I haven't played Red Dead Redemption
Arthur as the character.
as the character. Even like you said before, meeting him, like even his like what do they call it? His sarcasm is still like even at the end it's fantastic. And then it shows like I said, I didn't play Red Dead Redemption 1 because I was comparing him last week to John. And
Yeah.
Arthur is like he is Red Dead. Like he is everything that happens within the camp, and you kind of learn that. Like he is.
He's
like
the-
Dutch
he's
is
the backbone.
You know, yeah, like
He's the backbone.
he is-
Dutch is the brain, right?
Yeah, is kind of what happens, and they do it's a long game. They do a fantastic job of telling Arthur Morgan's story.
Okay, great. Because that's one of those things that I was like, because you played Red Dead
Marston's
Redemption,
boy.
right?
Yeah.
So
He makes Morrison look like a.
Yo, don't you?
So, John Marston's story is great in Red Dead Redemption, and in the early hours of this, Arthur Morgan's is
Not a fan of John.
is not good. Well,
Yeah,
I'm not
no,
even.
he's-
I'm not even
correct.
talking about
No,
his
it's-
relationship with John. I'm just saying his story is just this plain,
Yeah.
very vanilla. Like he's not even.
I didn't even know John was in this game. So,
Oh well, so this is a prequel to one.
oh, I didn't know that. Well,
Really?
Spoiler.
Spoiler. So this is
Sorry,
this is a prequel to one. And so do you remember the
young
first
John
game?
one.
Yep.
Where you play as John Marston and you're trying to bring in Dutch Vanderbilt.
I don't remember that.
Okay, so the main.
I don't remember that game.
So all right, I'll tell you right now. For those of you listening, if you haven't played Red Dead Redemption is the story of John Marston and how he used to be an outlaw and then he became a rancher and the government brought him back into that outlaw life to bring in his old crew. So this is the story of his old crew, but you do not play as John Marston. You play as Arthur Morgan, who is a more senior member. He's like the right-hand man of Dutch Vanderbilt.
What is this guy doing?
Jose
This is Justin. So we recorded
looking for-
Justin playing the game, trying to just slide up a mountain.
He's trying to find a glitch.
All right, I was
checking
just trying to. That makes more sense now that you said that was.
This actually isn't Justin. This is just some other person
was actually
playing
gonna
very
belie- I
similarly
was gonna
to
believe
Justin.
that.
That's what Justin would. He'd be like, "Can I survive this?
Yeah. Can I just jump off of this tree and see
Can I
if
do this?"
Yeah.
And he'd spend like hours. I guarantee you, Justin's like 25% done with this game, just
But
because he's.
he's spent about 2,500 hours. Yeah.
yeah.
climbing the tree.
So I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying Arthur's story because at first I thought Arthur's story was very boring. But once you start meeting, so you meet a person that is in his past.
He, like I said, it
And-
non-spoil. I'm going
and
to tell you.
she is
Don't Anthony.
she is
Correct.
a very interesting character that I'm very interested to see what happens between him and her.
Like I said, I know it's a long game, and like explaining to you because you're not interested. Go for the long haul, I think, on this.
Okay.
Are you gonna like if anything else, like Arthur? Like I said, the development of Arthur will impress you. In the end game is a few things that kind of like tie it all together.
Well,
I
heard
am
you don't-
so proud of you.
Why?
No spoilers.
We-
Great, insightful, like.
It was a great conversation.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I only got John's in the game and a couple other things,
But everyone knew John was
I didn't.
spoiler.
well, if you
post
first off,
spoiler.
First, have you played first person mode at all?
No.
I've done it every once in a great while, and I'm like, this game is really. You could play this all in first person
Yeah.
if you really wanted to.
Actually does look pretty.
And
one thing
fucking-
that
it's
is-
really
that was-
nice.
Here is that you
But
don't have to
falling off the
actually
horse.
do everything to get 100% in this game. There's
That sounds about right.
so there's a lot of stuff that doesn't contribute to that percentage.
There's also
Yeah.
a
Kinda similar to,
shitload of Easter eggs.
Isn't Spider-Man the same way?
No.
I don't know. I haven't beat Spider-Man yet either.
For what? 100%ing it?
Oh wait,
Oh,
no,
you do.
platinum.
No,
platinum.
you
but
do need.
100
You can platinum it, but you don't need to 100% everything in the game.
That makes sense. But yeah, so what I really enjoy about Red Dead 2 is that it seems like the world is an actual world and it doesn't revolve around Arthur Morgan.
Yeah, because like you said before, characters in the camp still do their daily. Like if you wanted to talk to somebody and they're not in the camp, you gotta go find them somewhere else.
Yeah, you're like, where the fuck is Bill? Like, where the fuck is Uncle? Like,
He's
why
like, he's
aren't these
hunting.
people?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is just crazy to me. Or like you're walking around you're just walking around and someone like bumps into you and they're like, oh shit, that's Micah or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's very interesting to see. Also, I need to ask you, what does your Arthur Morgan look like?
Oh, so he has a handlebar mustache.
Yes,
He's got
he
that
does.
shaven middle beard.
Yeah.
It's really
So
long
he's got.
hair.
So you're saying he's got the burns and the stash, but no chin.
No, the long chin, and it's got the shave in the middle.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
like because what happened was we did a mission. They tell you to do something, which is clean up because you'll look good. So like, you know what, this looks good, but then it grew. Obviously, I didn't shave again, so it grew back in. So it's got the beard, and then it's got the extension of it, with like the indent, and then a handlebar mustache.
I've just let him grow out his beard.
He
I
looks-
think it's like number 6. He looks homeless. I hardly ever bath. I hardly
alright.
ever bathe him. So he's
what are you wearing
dirty. Right now I'm wearing. So right now I'm in warmer weather. So I'm wearing the black long sleeve shirt without the collar. I don't do the collars.
the undershirt, right?
Yeah, it's an undershirt with the suspenders. But then I have like a blood red vest. So I've got like a blood red vest, and
it's black, red, and
it's like black and it's just black and red with some designs on it, and then it's got he's got like the black pants and normal cowboy boots.
Are you
Yeah.
sure this isn't Justin Blaine?
You know what, Gary? I cannot confirm nor deny if this is Justin.
we took footage from Justin.
I'm enthralled by this.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think the game is great. I talked to Brendan about this a little bit. I really don't think it's game of the year.
No,
I think you could make
You could no. I wouldn't give it to Spider-Man. It's the small imperfections that kind of like it's marred by a few things that just don't give it that.
I
Like
think
it's in the running because by default.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like I think it's a masterpiece. Sure.
No Witcher 3.
But I don't like, and again, like even my brain goes back to like, you know what, Witcher 3 was fucking incredible. This is just a cowboy version of that. And like I didn't even finish Witcher 3. I was like 50 to 70 hours in, somewhere in that ballpark. But I still think God of War is far.
Spider-Man's not in the conversation. It's God of War probably this.
I would say it's God of War or this, and like you can't really like if someone's like Red Dead is game of the year.
Yeah,
I would say I disagree with you, but I can see where you're coming from for sure. And again, like I haven't beaten it. I'm 30% into the overall 100% of the game, but
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's all opinion. I mean,
yeah,
with
for
Red
sure.
Dead 2, like the amount of hours that you're going to put into the game, you know, people make their own fun in open world. So that person might have played that game a certain way that made it his game of the year.
Oh, for sure.
Whereas
Like
God of War is it's a story. You know,
I'm very excited for you to beat God of War, and then for us.
I'm excited for it too.
For us to have a full blown conversation about
Love it.
that. But what I like Gary was kind of like piggybacking off of what Gary was saying is that there's so many different little things in this game that you can do where you can meet these characters or you can just blow right by them. So if you're like, hey, I need to go to Valentine, let me ride my horse for 10 minutes to get to Valentine. And the characters that you meet along the way, it's like, oh, this guy collects, you know, baseball
adventure.
cards or not baseball cards, but like they
It's-
collect
it is
outlaw
it's horse
cards
card, yeah.
and they're in packs of cigarettes. So this guy is fucking chain smoking cigarettes trying to get all the rare cards. And he's like, hey, if you find these cards, mail them to me at this address. And he gives you a business card and then that's in your inventory. So if you get these cards, you then have to go to the post office, mail him those cards, and then he'll mail you money back. There's also the same thing with like a famous fisherman that's like, hey, I'm a famous fisherman. You don't know who I am? I'm Brian Thomas. How the hell do you not know who I am? And
Just well, like you said, everything you everywhere
Brian
you go,
Thomas, total dick.
Total dig.
like everywhere you go, everything you kind of do, there's something like even if it's you look like it's an abandoned house, you might find like at the gang members hideout or something like that. And there's like I said, there's so many Easter eggs in this game. It's
For sure.
It's fucking crazy.
There is a house or a cabin that I will say that you can't get into on the bottom floor, but you can get into. You have to climb a horse carriage and then climb into the second story window, and it is fucked up in there.
There's a lot of fucked up shit in this game.
There's lots of like weird fucking things happening in this game.
Yeah.
Like that.
So
like really weird.
there's
shit.
also lots of like little details or little Easter eggs and things like that they're just like, you know what? People are gonna spend years playing this game and they're gonna find something in this little nook. But at what we're watching right now for the audio listeners at home, we're watching somebody customize a gun that they have. And Justin had spoken about this when the game first came out, about how detailed the gun or just all the customization goes. So, for example, this guy is thinking about changing the trigger on his gun to a gold-plated trigger. And it's like you can change the handle, the fan, or I guess the hammer, really, and then everything about it is extremely customizable. What I wish they would have done though is, you know how like when you go into a store, you can like, oh, I want to pick up this pomade to glue my hair back or whatever, which is kind of perfect because now he has pomade in his hair, which is weird. But I can pick this up and I can buy it, or they make you go through the catalog and look through what you want.
Or you can steal it.
Yeah, or you can steal it. Sometimes there's a menu, but then other times it's very fully immersed. Like, oh, I want to pick this up. I'm going to buy this.
And then just bring it to
so I wish they kind of went full on. Like you can't use the menus, or you only use the menus. You know what I mean? Like one or the other. Because like with horses, it's like, oh, go through these different menus.
Each shop is like you said, the gun one's the catalog for the like for the provisions. Like if you're looking for food, it's the one you have to like bring it to the guy and then buy it.
Or you can go into their like on their thing they have a yeah. So I kind of.
How good is Cyberpunk going to be?
You know what, Gary? I'm not gonna.
If this shit is doing like the little, like I'm just saying, Cyberpunk is gonna be fucking crazy.
I love CD Projekt Red and I love Deus Ex, and I think Cyberpunk is gonna be the game. It's gonna be one of like my top five.
Life changing. It's gonna change your life.
For me personally, yeah, because I love Deus Ex and I love CD Projekt Red.
I just like you see like the little customization they're doing with the guns. Like you have no idea what CD Projekt Red is doing with Cyberpunk.
But the only downside you'd have to, this is relative to the world. Like you can't, like it doesn't have that fancy, like, oh, you can put a sniper scope that can see like a mile out because the technology wasn't there. Even the cost of it is relative. Like you said, you're paying, what, $1?
Yeah, or like you're playing a game of poker or something. It's like 2 cents to buy in. I'm like, all right, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying my time with it. I still don't think it's as good as everyone has made it out to be, but it is incredible.
It's a lot of hype.
Yeah, I think
there was,
and yeah, there is. But I think there's other games. Like I think because you're kind of hinting at that, Gary. Like, can you imagine what CD Projekt Red can do in a couple years? Like they did a lot of these things in The Witcher 3. Like a lot of great things that are in this game are also in The Witcher 3. So it's not as innovative, I think, as people are making it out to be, but it's a Rockstar game, so you get, not only do you get all of the,
You're going to be able to play this game for years and years and years.
For sure, but like you don't get, you know, like you get us that buy a bunch of different games, right? So like I've seen a bunch of things in this game that I'm like, oh, like I can see where they got the influence from that. Like, oh, Witcher 3's there. Oh, a little bit of God of War in the storytelling. Yeah. Oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Well, and the multiplayer hasn't even come out for it yet.
Exactly.
True.
But like
so
your main person, you know what I mean? Yeah, the guy just hopped out of a tree.
What the fuck?
But like the person that buys Madden or Call of Duty every year, like
we don't talk to those people.
They might be interested in a game like this because they go like, "Oh shit, this game is crazy. It's made by
you know,
it's Grand Theft Auto, but cowboy, sure, great." And then they play something like this, and it gets to that mainstream audience, right?
Yeah, so I see that.
I mean, I'm appreciative of the game and everything that it's doing, but I think that there are some games that can do it better, and certainly games that have done it before. But I think that this game just has the
appeal of
exactly. Appeal. It just has that mass appeal that everyone's interested in.
Sweet.
So. But yeah, Steve, what do you think of Red Dead 2?
Didn't hear a word.
Looks good.
Not as good as Gun, though.
No, I mean, that goes without saying. I don't even know why you'd bring
Gun
that
is,
up.
I think Gun is 15 years old today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Really? 15 years?
We're going to say that it is.
Happy birthday, Gun.
Confetti.
Confetti, 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 confetti. And I think that's going to be it for another great episode of the Tangent Podcast. If you guys like what you heard and like what you see, please go over to twitch.tv/PXLPTS. Subscribe to us there. Or go over to youtube.com/pixelatedpoints. Hit that subscribe button. It helps more than you can ever fucking realize. If you want to also help this gentleman out, please go over to twitch.tv/grizz_is, and you can watch him fucking
Give me money.
slay bros or slay,
No,
what are the
monsters.
behemoths?
Behemoth.
Yeah, behemoths, not monsters.
They're both the same.
But yeah, one of the same.
This is Final Fantasy.
But thank you guys so much for watching. Steve, hit us with the. You're on top of things. I don't need to tell you what to do.
You screwed that up, Brian. That's my Twitch name.
That's where you want the money.
That's not your Twitter handle?
No, it's not. But yeah, just
Hold on.
That,
Oh man, it's not.
yeah, it's not. It's okay.
That's definitely not Gary's Twitter
Just don't
handle.
follow that for Twitter.
Well, you can follow it for Twitch.
You can follow it for
It's where the money goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could just give
Deposit.
Where would you rather your Twitter handle
Me
there?
no, fuck it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
No, that's
Well, the audio listeners have no idea what it is
Well,
anyway.
the audio
That's
listeners could
also
just
true.
go over to Pixelated Point or PXLPTS or at @tangent_podcast on Twitter and follow everything that we do there. Or you can follow us individually on Twitter at It's a Me BT. Anthony, you are.
At margin_Erebus.
Gary, what is your Twitter handle?
G-Hines25.
But if people feel so inclined to give you some moolah,
Yeah,
Or
give
just
me money.
watch you on Twitch.
give me money.
Twitch, Grizz_IZ.
Yeah, IZ, not is.
Not at.
IZ. Do you go, is it
No,
IZ
at.
or is it is? Grizz_is.
I mean, I forget why that happened, but yeah, usually people just, it's IZ, whatever.
Okay.
I would say IZ, yeah.
Hey.
So they know how to fucking...
Steven_Sal, where are you?
Whoa.
At Steven_Sal.
Underscore Sal. And I
Only
think
one underscore.
there's only one? It's
Yeah.
not Katata_fish
Underscore.
underscore?
I'll double up the underscores. I don't even know why he would do that.
Because his elder name was taken.
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably not.
He's just being an idiot.
Wanted the extra underscore.
Yeah.
Probably.
Who doesn't want an extra underscore? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Steve? Huh?
Nope, I don't.
All right, perfect. I think
I
that's going to
don't.
be it for another great episode of the Tangent Podcast. We'll catch you guys next week.
On the tangents.
Hit us with that outro. Steve, cut the feed.
Cut it.
Thought I wasn't being told what to do anymore.
Steve, cut the feed.